Apple HomePod, the original Apple HomePod. The weight of this thing, you could weight lift and kiss the guns. An incredible feat of engineering that just recently has come into its own. But Apple just killed it. Okay, I'm going to need your help, okay, because I need to understand. So just recently, Apple brings out spatial audio with Dolby Atmos. Now you can watch loads of videos. I've got a video that I've done. There's mixed reviews about it. Some people think it's amazing. Some people think it's a bit crazy. Some people don't think it makes any difference, blah, blah, blah. However, Apple TV also allowed you to link up to the HomePod. Yes, you can link up to the HomePod, and guess what it does? It brings out the Dolby Atmos surround sound, because this bad boy, the original HomePod, has it built in. These little puppies over here, they don't. So, just recently, this has come into its own. It started to become a worthwhile speaker. I'm not saying it wasn't a worthwhile speaker, because let me tell you, that thing here, this thing sounds incredible. What they did is a feat of engineering. They even went down to this mesh system, okay, that you can see here. That was actually designed to not muffle any sound, to allow sound to travel through it. It doesn't matter where you stick that in the room, it will go off and detect where it is to produce the quality of sound you want. It is incredible. There is probably only one other speaker that I could probably name right now that is better than that, maybe, and that's the Sonos system. Amazing feat of engineering. However, Apple's downfall here, and please hit me in the comments if I'm wrong, launched this speaker with a price tag of £349.99 or $349. Yeah, there were some deals going around where they took 150 off or whatever. However, not only did they make that speaker that price, they also didn't include Bluetooth, and they also didn't allow you to connect to other music streams. So what could you do with the speaker? Well, you couldn't really do much, apart from if you had Apple Music, you could play some really good sounding music for it and it would play really good. Siri, you know, Siri, right? You know, it would give you the news. It would tell you that it's going to be a nice day. I can look out my window for that. It could tell you whether it's going to rain. It can tell you, it can play the radio. You know, it gives you other things. When you ask it serious questions, it says, I've sent the information to your phone. It won't give you the answers like Google and Amazon do, which is fine. You know, when Google and Amazon, they built their speakers to be smart assistants, and they had a speaker into, you know, if you wanted to play a bit of music, they were okay. I have the new Google speaker here. Hey Google, I feel a bit low today.
If I could, I would make you a lovely cup of tea to help you feel better.
You know, there's things like that it does so well, Google. It's not just, it's such a smart assistant. Amazon, the Echo, I'll link my video below. I did a whole test with all these speakers, and the Amazon Echo was just, the sound quality from it was really good. And Alexa is really funny, you know, you can ask it to do fart sounds, which is incredible. Alexa, do a fart noise.
That was a pushing hard one. Try asking me for a pooey fart. Or say random. Today's fart of the day is a cheek wobbling fart. I have another one brewing.
I know. And I kind of thought, what place does this have? You know, you can't connect anything to it. Well, now you can, of course, with AirPlay 2. I can connect Spotify, Deezer, YouTube Music, and play it all through this. And it does sound quality. Just recently, this has all happened, right? And now we can link Apple TV through it. And I've got a Dolby Atmos surround sound speaker for the LG TV. But when I put it through that, it sounds incredible. It fills the room. It really does fill the room. Two of these, it's incredible sound, okay? So I'm kind of thinking, so they've got the music, Apple, and they've put Spatial and Dolby Atmos on the music with lossless audio, and they brought the TV into the mix, and they've allowed you to connect to that speaker, which makes the films sound so intense with that Dolby Atmos coming through the speaker, because it detects itself, and when you've got two of them, it fills the room like you can feel it. It's incredible through Apple TV, and I watch Apple TV all the time now. It is incredible. And they've even allowed you to get your Spotify and your Deezer and your YouTube, and you can click on AirPlay and play now your music to your heart's content through that speaker. So now the speaker has become something. It's become a worthwhile competitor to that market. And then Apple just go, boom, over. You can't buy it. You kind of think, what? Yes, you've given me the Apple HomePod Mini, and I've got 2 of those. And yes, for 90 quid or $90, whatever they are, they sound incredible, but they don't have Dolby Atmos. They can connect to your TV, but it doesn't give you this, what this produces. The sound quality on this just, it outshines anything that I have. Even the Amazon Echo, which sounds amazing, that still to this day is just an incredible sound. It doesn't get distorted, the highs, the mids. It is incredible. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, they've done all of this now and made this speaker, and Siri's improved with it, and they kill it. And I can't get my head around why. I don't know how long support's going to last for it. I'm sure with Apple it will continue. They've still got it on the website, of course. And I'm just wondering, do you guys know? Help me out here. I don't get this move. The only thing that I can come up with is Apple have got something up their sleeve that they're bringing out that has got that sound, the capabilities of the Dolby Atmos, but maybe also gives you that smart assistant and the screen. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you know something different. However, I will say this. If you want an incredible sounding smart speaker, honestly, I don't know how much you can pick these up for. It's just incredible. Yes, the Sonos is out there, but it gives you the Google Assistant and so forth. But this is incredible. And if you've got Apple TV and you have one of these, seriously link up your Apple TV to this, because it sounds amazing. And I think that's all I need to say. I just thought that it needed a mention before it's completely dead and it disappears from the Apple website. Apple, you do some crazy stuff, Apple. I don't understand what you do, but you do some crazy stuff. You bring out a smart speaker that doesn't really work with anything apart from Apple Music, and the Siri's not that great, and you stick a price tag of $349, and then as everything starts to work through that speaker and make it worthwhile and make it something worth having, you kill it. Just like, ooh. I don't know, I don't get it, but hey guys, hit me up in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video as always. Please make sure you hit the likes, hit the notification bell if you haven't done already. And again, everyone, please, you may be watching this video because it's appearing on your timeline, but you might not be subscribed. Just have a little look below for me, please. Just check that you're subscribed. It really helps me, really helps the channel. I want to do this for a living if I can. I would really, and the more the people that I can get subscribed, the more things I can do. I can speak to people like Tesla and the other car manufacturers, start bringing you some really good content. You know, I told you before and I'll say it again, I'm the worst reviewer out there, but I will give you my honest opinion. So thanks everyone, until next week, have a fantastic weekend.